You're being taken in for questioning.
Excuse me, no English. No English.
Well, pizza, pasta. Do you guys have any idea as to why you were brought in for questioning? Have you ever associated yourself with anarchist Mario Buddha? Are you two socialists, radicals, or communists? Follow me. Eyewitness, do either of these men fit the description of the men you saw that night?
No, the men I saw, the one that was in the car was blonde, and the other one was dark skinned, and they do not look like these men I'm looking at right now.
Thank you. The accused are two dirty Italians.
Did you see what I did to those dirty anarchists the other day? We should hang those Italian bastards by their private parts. Order in the court. We are about to begin Sacco's and Venzetti's trial for the robbery and murder of two men. Prosecution, you may begin your argument.
Your Honor, esteemed members of the jury, today we present to you the evidence that will prove the guilt of Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Venzetti. These men stand accused of the heinous crimes of armed robbery and murder that have shaken the very foundation of our society. We must take into consideration the fact that these two are anarchists who believe in and promote the idea of overthrowing the government. They have been seen at anarchist and workers' rallies speaking and participating in their unconstitutional activities. Moreover, eyewitnesses claim that they were spotted leaving the scene in a getaway car, and their fingerprints were found on the weapons used in the robbery. Both were armed. Sacco possessed a flyer announcing that Vanzetti would speak at an upcoming anarchist rally. Their anarchist beliefs and their disdain for authority make them prime suspects in this brutal act of violence. To add, we have an eyewitness here today to testify before the court. Describe the men you saw on the night of the crime.
The two men I saw were Italian. They both had dark hair and dark eyes, and especially one had like a really big mustache, to be honest. Your Honor, jury members, my clients Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Venzetti are innocent men, wrongly accused because of their political beliefs and immigrant status. Also, the eyewitness failed to recognize the pair when brought in for questioning. The information does not add up. The evidence is circumstantial at best. After examining Sacco's firearm, we concluded that 5 out of 6 bullets didn't match either Sacco's or Venzetti's gun used in the incident. Neither Sacco or Venzetti's fingerprints are able to be found on the getaway car or the gun. To add, my client, Venzetti, does not drive a car, nor does he have a permit to do so. My clients have valid alibis as to where they were during this incident. To further explain their alibis, Your Honor, Sacco was seen in Boston getting a passport the day of the crime. And there is another witness that he has receipts of purchasing fish for him on the day of the crime, and the fisherman has been testified as well.
Your Honor, the defense's claims are nothing but smoke and mirrors, designed to distract you from the cold, hard truth. Sacco and Venzetti's anarchist ideology makes them dangerous, a threat to the very fabric of our society.
Your Honor, members of the jury, my clients are not here for trial for their beliefs. They are here for trial for crimes they did not commit. We must not allow our prejudice to cloud our judgment. I don't care. Being an anarchist is criminal enough. Guilty. Case closed.
Mamma mia, Sacco. I can't believe we're in prison. Ay, mamma mia. Huh? Sorry, amigos. Thanks for taking the fall. Morelli gang. Mamma mia!
That was an interesting case, wasn't it? Looking back, you can see just how unjust the trial was, as their political beliefs were what automatically presented them as guilty.
Exactly. Even after evidence pointed to the Morelli gang being the ones who committed the murder, the judges refused to reevaluate the trial and even claimed that the trial was fair.
Like, what?
Also, many riots began as a result of the case. Many Italians in the US and back in Italy were outraged by the results, which led to reforms in the judicial system to be made.
Also, the judge openly discriminated against immigrants and was extremely biased against them. The judge was blinded by the fact that they were anarchists during the infamous Red Scare era.
You know, when we talk about the 1920s, we often think about the White Sox scandal and the Leopold and Loeb case. but I think that these cases paint an inaccurate picture of the era.
No, I couldn't agree more. While these events certainly capture attention and reveal some aspects of society at the time, they don't properly represent the broader trends and issues of the decade.
Take the White Sox scandal, for example. It certainly sheds light on issues of corruption, with players being underpaid and ultimately resorting to drastic measures, but it's not like this was happening all over the country. It was an isolated incident.
Exactly. And while it does reveal some power dynamics at play in professional sports and the lengths that some would go to for profit, it doesn't reflect the typical experience in the 1920s.
Yeah, and then there's the Leopold and Loeb case, a murder committed by two wealthy young men driven by privilege and arrogance. It's a captivating story, but it's not like every wealthy young person was out here doing these crimes.
Right, it's more of an anomaly that captured the public's imagination, but it doesn't reflect the broader social environment at the time. Now, when we consider something like the Sacco and Venzetti case, we see a different picture altogether.
Yup. The Sacco and Vanzetti trial speaks to larger issues of immigration, labor unrest, and political repression that took place in the 1920s. It's a much better representation of the tensions and the conflicts of the era.
Precisely. The case of Sacco and Vanzetti sums up divisions of the time, with immigrants and radicals being targeted by authorities and facing an unjust legal system. It serves as a reminder of the darker side of the 1920s, one that is often overlooked in favor of more sensational stories.
So, while this White Sox scandal and the Leopold and Loeb case may be intriguing, they're not necessarily the best examples of society in 1920s. For a deeper understanding of the times, we need to look at cases like Sacco and Vanzetti, which reveal deeper societal tensions.
Take another one if you're gonna add that.
No.
Take another one if you're gonna add that.
Nope.
This is the queen of theater right here. This is
the
queen of theater right here.
Ew, that was so cringy!
Not drive a car, or you're not. Nor he can ever. Nor okay.
I know your life.
I don't know how to drive a car.
Okay,
Stop.
guys.
No, we're in prison. Yeah, mom.
One, two, three.
The driver I saw in the getaway was blonde. Looked really strong, and the driver was blonde, and very short, and the medics. And then the other one was blonde. Saw that night. Boy.
No, it's because I was thinking for it.
For the
Of the defense.
that will.
I'm
What?
gonna kill myself.
It's fired. I'm telling John Theo.
Instant. It's my breathing that messes me up. And murder. I can't. The guilt of defendants Nicola Sacco and Bartolome Vanzetti.
Thank you.
Walk out.
Girl, no.